up, freaks? I'm here to drop in with you all and dive into that new moon energy we got coming in tomorrow, which is in Leo. It's the new moon to kick off the new cycle, not only for Leo season. Happy solar return to all of the Leo natives out there, but also to kick off a brand new chapter for the collective, really. We are looking at that big full energy, that zero starting point, when we've wrapped up the old cycle. We're ready to step into a whole new phase of our lives. And so we're really going to be looking at the energies in play, how that's going to be panning out. We do have one major aspect with this new moon coming in Leo tomorrow, and that is Mercury square Uranus. Okay, so this is an interesting energy. It's kind of like a wild card energy, really. Expect the unexpected, expect the unexpected, and that really can work out a multitude of ways, right? When it's unexpected, then it's not really possible to do anything premeditated, right? We got a lot of curveball action. This also is going to create kind of a touchy environment just as far as the collective overall frequency. You might be finding yourself feeling a little more anxious. I encourage you to reframe that, rework it. It's not anxious, it's anticipating something exciting, something new, something different, something unexpected. And the unexpected doesn't always have to be something negative, right? It doesn't always have to be a tower. And in fact, this is kind of a light and lively energy we got going on here. We also have the moon is trine Jupiter. It's a mild influence, but still, a little goes a long way when we're talking to Big Daddy Jupiter, Big Sugar Daddy Jupiter. With it, brings on the blessings if we're open to it. But a lot of it has to do with making sure that we're sort of aligning our frequency. What are you anticipating? If you choose to be more in that like kind of anxious, worried place, then you might not like how your frequency matches up with what's coming in. This is really about stepping up into more of that Leo energy, which is stepping into that leadership position, leading with the light in you. All right, not hanging back in the past cycle that you just closed up where you were wading through the muck and the shadows. All right, it's time to let the light build in your life. Step into the gifts that came in through doing all that grunt work, spending all that time in the trenches. That's the one beauty of life, is that everything is impermanent. If you're going through a rough time, if things have been a bummer, man, new light is breaking into your life, and there's new opportunities up ahead. And it all depends on the space you hold for it. What are you going to align with? And that doesn't mean that, even if you hold a positive stance, or you reframe your nervousness to enthusiasm, and just sort of like, chomping at the bit to get out the gate and enter the new cycle. No matter how you frame it, there's still this piece of, anything can come at you. It's unexpected. Can there be negative experiences that come your way that sort of pull the rug out from under you? Yeah, but they're a little less likely in this particular cycle that we're entering into, because there is that beneficial influence from Jupiter that is going to give kind of a sense of just having more fun, wanting to get back to the lighter, more enjoyable side of life, having enough of slogging through stuff and looking for the pockets of joy. And there's definitely going to be that on offer. And there's a bit of a sort of a kind of whimsical vibe with this Leo new moon coming in, and the energy that will be in play throughout Leo season. And in fact, you're really going to see the light building in your life where you have invested your energy in alignment with your integrity, in alignment with the things you've wanted to grow in your life, where the growth is. Okay. Anytime you've invested in growth, and especially starting at home, right? Starting with the self, you're going to see a lot of beneficial things coming to fruition with this particular cycle. So it's going to be real good. We're going to dive into a reading for each of the individual signs. We're going to just have some fun with it. We're not going to do anything major with this particular reading. In other words, we're not going to go into some long, deep, drawn out reading. We already kind of went through all the signs for the full moon that we had in Capricorn. Those energies are also still in play. Up until the next full moon coming in, you're going to feel the influence of what the Capricorn full moon cycle brought in to be wrapped up. You may find as you're entering this Leo new moon energy that you still have a little, loose ends trailing behind you. But I think you're coming to the close of this like wrapping up work, right? And every day that you step forward into this new moon cycle, you're going to find things getting lighter and brighter. Make room for people's nervousness. A lot of people are kind of being pushed to take some pretty big risks in their lives, to transform things, turn things around. So if you get frustrated with people sort of like going back and forth and riding the fence, like not being sure what their next step they want to take is, just give them a little space, give them a little time, okay? These are big leaps people are taking right now. And yeah, we got an interesting energy in play for sure. We are going to be working with the Arcane Bullshit deck here. And this is the bottom of the deck energy. I haven't gotten into shuffling yet, but it's the skeleton eating a banana. Okay. I just want to say that when things get rocking and rolling, we're dealing with a lot of unpredictability. We're dealing with a lot of curveballs. What's the first thing that often falls to the wayside? Self-care. And foundational self-care, is making sure you're getting enough nourishment. Those of you who have a tendency to be a little disassociative, kind of disconnect from your experience when it starts to feel a little, a little overwhelming, a little too spontaneous, a little too much shaking up the status quo. Okay, you got to be ready for that kind of energy. Like things are not going to stay the same with this cycle. All right. So do make sure you're creating landing points within your day to take care of yourself, to nourish your body, have something to eat, just check in with yourself now and then throughout the day, and really be mindful of this during this cycle, this piece of nourishment. And it goes beyond just food. Like, how are you nourishing yourself emotionally? How are you nourishing yourself with the way you move throughout your typical day? Are you spending a lot of time and energy with different people, or maybe on social media in different, scenarios where you're really feeling like kind of drained and depleted, not nourished by your time there? Start really thinking about how does your day-to-day experiences really relate to this concept of nourishment, and make adjustments where necessary, especially with that, that full moon Capricorn energy still in play. Capricorn's ruler is Saturn. Okay, we got a big, Saturn influence still. So it is about doing the work. Saturn wants you to put your boots on and do what needs to be done. Okay, so really look at this piece, and nourishment is really key. But I believe it's also about thinking about your connections with others. Are you being nourished by those connections? Are you being nourished by the way that you spend your time each day? And practically, nourishment. Are you feeling well nourished? Are you feeding yourself nourishing food, or are you kind of just like grabbing whatever is convenient because life is speeding up and you don't have time to sit down and properly nourish yourself? We got the pantless beekeeper here, top of the deck energy. And bees are all about networks, right? They're all about networking. They're all about who and this is an interesting message kind of coming in, but I think some of you have connections that, at one point they felt like they were quite sweet. Maybe they seemed like they would be a source of nourishment in your life, but I think you're realizing now that you kind of got caught with your pants down, and you're feeling a little bit of the sting from sort of buying into this sort of saccharine sweet is what I'm getting. You might have been dealing with some people who seemed on the surface to really be on your side, really be part of your kindred, but I think you're realizing that you've been dealing with a lot of superficial shit, a lot of artifice, and maybe things aren't so sweet as you thought they would be. The thing is the sweetness is coming in, okay? And maybe you did, make some blunders. Maybe you did have some, times when that spotlight was on you in a way that it felt uncomfortable. Maybe certain things got highlighted for you that have been difficult to move through. But there's hope at the end of this cycle. To move to the other side of that. Let things rest. Okay, there's this piece coming in about feeling foolish for maybe choices you made in the past, just sort of wanting to get a little sweetness in your life, wanting to get a little sugar. I'm picking up that this is in relation to romantic involvements. um, it's a little bit of that play you pay energy. Some of you might want to save face. You might kind of feel a little foolish for the way you move. You might want to go and dig up old ghosts, and kind of like uh, see if you can, sort of uh, change the storyline around that. But, you want to be careful about digging up old ghosts, all right? Because you're trying to enter a new cycle right now. Yeah, and if you do that, you're just fucked, okay? There's some points when, maybe the person that you've been dealing with, collective, they've talked a good game, right? They really sweetened the pot. They made it seem like such a good deal. Um, I'm getting a little bit of grudge energy here is really what I'm picking up. I think, somebody was able to work that sweet magic on you. They poured it on real thick, and I think you bought into their bullshit. And I think you got stung. I think you got stung. And this can be, in light of any kind of situation. It doesn't just have to be romantic, but I am kind of picking up this like play you pay with love energy here. Okay. I think that's kind of like front and center. Um, the thing is with this though, that okay, you got hurt, but there's this piece that it's about needing to be honest. How much of that was self-inflicted? How much of that was self-inflicted? So there's this accountability piece, and it's like, do you really want to keep like digging up the same old thing over and over again? Like there's almost this like I'll show them kind of energy. Let's go for another round. But at some point you have to really question if it's worth it. Is it really worth it to continue going down this road? Sometimes it's better to just let things be. Yeah, come on, toilet angel. Flush that shit. Let it go. Shed any fucking tears you need to shed over it. You earned your wings, man. You dealt with some fuck shit. It's interesting here because we see this like this pizza, in hand here, and I really feel like there's been a lot of people that opened up with that skeleton eating a banana, right? So I think there's been a lot of you that maybe have been doing some comfort eating. You've been finding escapism through food. And also, you haven't really been taking the time to properly take care of yourself, nourish yourself properly. You've been kind of just eating processed shit, grabbing stuff on the go, not taking time to sit and properly nourish yourself, getting lost in a box of uh, little heavies. Nutty buddy bars, it may feel good in the moment, but it ain't gonna feel so good after. Some of you may even been noticing, it's causing some elimination issues. Things might not be moving so smoothly, if you know what I mean. So on a practical level too, it's time to clear the shit out, right? Flush it. I feel like this is speaking on a physical level too. I think to welcome in the news cycle, it's helpful to clear your energy on all levels. And this also includes physically, so some of you could really benefit from just flushing your system, getting your electrolytes in, drinking a lot of water, have some lemon water. It's really good for just cleansing out the system each morning. Room temperature water, some fresh lemon in it, make sure your water is good filtered water, and just, drink a good four cups of that first thing in the morning when you wake up. It'll get all your digestive organs, starting to go through their detoxification process. And if you have been, eating a bunch of crap to just sort of like distract yourself, stuff down what you're feeling as you've been going through these kind of heavy cycles of closing things up, and you want to get yourself kind of brand new, back on the right track, moving forward into Leo season with this new moon energy. New moons are a wonderful time to change up your habits, switch things around, and do things in a new way. Do things in a new way. Yeah, some of you with that beekeeper message too, some of you are diabetics. Some of you are diabetics. I just got this, and maybe you need to be more aware of what's going on with your blood sugar. I think some of you are type 2 diabetics, have been kind of, you haven't been taking the nutritional recommendations seriously enough, and it's really time you do. There's some stuff going on with your blood sugar. You got to stop turning back to those old habits. Okay, you're gonna fuck yourself like this. You're gonna fuck yourself like this. Do be aware of how you can fuck yourself like this. I've seen this, actually. I've seen this in play. In my work I've done as an Ayurvedic practitioner, I've seen this. I've seen people not take these warning signs from their bodies seriously enough. And I've seen people actually, have to amputate, lose limbs, as a result of not paying attention, to be mindful of their blood sugar. So that's a message coming out for those of you out there who are struggling with diabetic issues, blood sugar issues. It's really time to take it serious, back off a bit, back off on the sugar a bit. I don't know why all this is coming in, but it is. And so I'm just going to flow with it. Okay. This is something that's interesting to note though. In India, since that Ayurvedic piece came in India, they actually use honey, raw honey. Okay. I ain't talking about that shit that comes in a little squeezy plastic bear. I'm talking about real raw honey. It's so important that it's raw. So all the beneficial enzymes are there present. Okay. And there's a key here. But in India, they've actually used honey to help address diabetes with great success. And people may say, well, wait a minute. And I'm just going to tell you here, of course, with all things, check with your healthcare practitioner, talk to your doctor by all means if you are a patient. But I'm just sharing this information here. It's something interesting to explore, okay? If you really are drawn to sweet taste, raw honey is a much better route to go. And people say, oh, well, sugar is sugar is sugar is sugar. Not true. Raw honey is actually a superfood. It enters the mouth as sweet taste, okay? And sweet taste kicks off your amylase that gets your digestive juices going, right? But then it also goes down into the stomach where it transforms into hot quality. And that is because of the enzymatic activity of raw honey. It is excellent for the digestion. And it does not have the same effect once it's assimilated because of that enzymatic property. Cane sugar doesn't have enzymatic activity. It's a whole different thing, okay? But this can be a way, if you're somebody that, let's say you have type 2 diabetes, okay? And you've been guided by your doctor to make some dietary changes and you find yourself struggling because you really have sugar cravings, which, kind of goes hand in hand. If you crave sugar, it's often related to having hypoglycemic issues. So first things first, get some protein in your body. All right. Maybe you keep turning to sweet things, and that's also kind of the skeleton eating a banana message that kicked things off. Okay. Maybe you're kind of focused on eating sweet things a lot, like turning to fruits and turning to sugar to sort of like quell your cravings. You might need more protein. Sometimes when you're craving a lot of sweets, what you really need, what your body needs, is protein to balance it out. Okay. And in terms of desserts, those of you who can't seem to get away from munching down on the candy or those little heavies, try honey. Try honey. You'd be amazed. Try some honey and watch how it transforms things. Just even having a little taste of honey, just straight up. You could even sprinkle a little cinnamon on it, up that digestive enzymatic activity there. And it's also wonderful for balancing blood sugar. You could just take a little spoon of straight up raw honey, sprinkle a little cinnamon on it, take it straight up, and watch what happens. It's pretty amazing how that can turn around. Wow, interesting tangent to go off on there. I wasn't expecting that. So kind of like a dual message here. I feel like some of you, in having to do this work where you've been integrating the cycles of the past and bringing things to a closure, some of these things have been dead and gone for a while, but it's sort of like you had to hit pause on them. You didn't get a chance to really digest your experiences. You didn't really get a chance to feel what you felt at that time. And so this is kind of the work you've been moving out of. Okay. We're really moving out of this. We're moving into the new energy, but I feel like there's some cleanup work left over from that, because I believe that, in kind of digging up those old ghosts, this is what I got. It kicked off some old unhealthy coping mechanisms, and food is at the front and center here. I don't know why that's coming in, but it's really time to stop indulging in that energy is what I'm getting. Look for alternatives. Look for alternatives to satisfy your sweet taste, and start thinking of sweet quality as more than just food as well. What other kinds of sweet experiences can you have? Maybe you've been dealing with too much bitterness and you sort of like need to invite that light in with Leo season. As you move more into this energy and you move your energy away from like fixating on the past and, feeling like you made me feel foolish. I got caught with my pants down and now I want to go and dig up some old shit and I want to, save face, this kind of grudge energy, that's only gonna fuck you. It's time to move out of this energy. And it's also time to stop processing the past so much. There's only so much you can do in relation to processing the past. You know, at some point, you got to let it go. Like, what happened, happened. Right, wrong, good, bad, whatever. It is what it is. It's done and dusted. You can't change what happened. And if there is something you can change in the present, then fucking do it. But you're not going to change it by continuing to focus on the past. There's a big message coming forward here for the collective that it's really time to move forward. It's time to stop focusing on the shadow, and it's time to start building the light, okay? And just let that shit go. Clear it out, you know? You're meant to move out of this energy. And if you do have emotions you need to express, you do need to let it out, then let it out. If you need to have a good cry, then have a good cry. If some of you have been feeling like I haven't been able to have a good cry, you know, I feel like I need that, but I can't access it. Then get your lymph moving. The lymphatic system and emotions are intimately connected. So how can you get your lymph moving? Go give yourself a good salt scrub, you know? You can just do a salt scrub in the shower, scrub your body as you're thinking about all those things that, you know, you've been holding on to that you need to let go of. Let the water wash it away. That will move your lymph system. You know, that will move your lymph system. And as you move your lymph system, you'll find the emotions will free up. You'll be able to let those tears release. So there's this peace coming in with this Leo new moon that's really about taking care of your body, taking care of the foundation, making sure you're nourishing yourself, mind, body, spirit, making sure that you're investing your energy in what nourishes you, mind, body, spirit, on all levels, and you know, switching up any kind of negative patterns that block that. And I do feel like a physical cleanse would be excellent. You know, making sure you're like really looking at your diet. How are you eating? How is it supporting your energy levels? How is it making you feel? Okay, you know, are you eliminating, or do you feel backed up? Okay, just to get very real here. If you find that you're feeling backed up, okay, then that means you've got some shit you still need to let go. Your body absolutely tells you the story of what's going on with you mentally, what's going on with you emotionally. So there's time to let go. And, you know, with this knife energy here, I feel like, you know, it's time to cut the cord. And it's also time to cut the ties that have bound you to staying stuck in the past and looking back at things that have hurt you. There's a point when you have to stop going over the story. You have to just like let it go, move it out of your physical body, you know? Stop ruminating on this so much. Use this snake energy to transform, you know, shed the old skin. And, you know, give it the finger, man. Your time to kind of step into your freedom, you know, is here. It's time to like remember who you are, you know, straighten out that crown. You've earned your wings, and it's time to move beyond this shit. You know, the way forward is this place where the head and the heart unite, but you can only see it when you get out of the fucking story and you build a bridge and you get the fuck over. You know, this is really coming forward front and center. Yeah, otherwise you're just wasting your time, right? You're giving birth to a skull. You're giving birth to shit that's done and dusted, you know? You have a choice. You can sit around waiting on the line for, you know, some kind of retribution for what happened in the past, and you're not going to find anything transforming, anything turning around. It's just going to kind of stay stagnant and stuck. And you're going through all this birthing effort to just kind of stay stuck in the same place, all right? Or you can, you know, choose the more magical path, you know, open yourself up to that unexpected energy. And look, here's the nourishment piece again, okay? Breasts are all about nurturing, nourishment. And then look, there's the protein piece up there too with that steak and that fish. There's this need to really make sure you're nourishing yourself properly. This is so front and center with this moon, and I did not expect this energy at all. I'm also seeing here this need to sort of like get away from technology. Maybe shut off your phone for a bit. Go ground your energy in nature, connect with the land a bit. Consult your ancestors, ask them to show you, ask them to awaken in you instinctually, what your next step should be, and to give you the support you need moving forward. I think you're going to have a lot of options. There's a lot of doorways to choose from here. Card of cards. Okay. This is about breaking through to the other side. You're about to enter a portal. Really, you're moving from the past into what will be your future. And there's a lot of doorways to choose from, so it's so important right now to be really present. So important for you to be really present so how to make the best choices as you move forward, collective. All right. And I want to do just a really simple one card for each of the signs to highlight what is the unexpected coming your way in this new moon cycle that's in Leo that will be with us throughout Leo season. So we know that something unexpected is on offer. And that can turn out a multitude of ways. I really pick up that it's about you aligning your energy with joy, with nourishment, with enthusiasm, like really transforming the way you've looked at things. It starts within you. If you get your frequency lined up in the right way, then the unexpected will be something delightful, that'll take you by surprise. So we're going to just go through each of the signs. I'm just going to pull one card. Okay, one card. That's it for each of the signs. And we're going to go ahead and start with Leo, okay, because happy birthday, Leo. It is your solar return. So we always let the sign in their solar return have the stage, wishing you lots of blessings as you make this next trip around the sun, Leo. So let's check it out here and see what the theme is. What is the unexpected coming into Leo's life with this new moon in Leo energy? Okay, let's check it out. What is the unexpected that Leo can expect in Leo season? Just one card, Spirit. What is the unexpected that Leo can expect in this new moon in Leo cycle? What is the unexpected that Leo can expect? Ooh, all right. We got the Queen, and it is your time, all right? It is your time to shine. I see big union energy on deck there. It's definitely about Leo really remembering who you are, right? We brought that message in earlier for the collective, and it makes sense that that would come in as we're tapping into the collective energy, because we're all moving through this Leo season together, and you are presiding over that as the Queen, okay? And so that definitely is going to have an effect on some of the energy, in play for all of the collective. But I really see you holding court right now, okay? This is about really remembering who you are. And I feel like, Leo, you're about to have a pretty big win. And it's a moment when, you're finally going to be recognized for who you are. You know, you're really going to be valued and appreciated. And I'm getting that, there's a situation where you were disrespected, you know, where you were not acknowledged, you were not seen for who you are. And I believe that people are going to have an entirely new view of you. And I do think this has something to do with some kind of public recognition, something that you are going to publicly be acknowledged for. And it's like your time in the spotlight. It's your time for people to really see who you are. And this is going to be a big moment of arrival for you. And I just see you really, enjoying this and being celebrated. And it may be in relation to some kind of, with this hawk medicine up here, it may be in relation to some kind of unexpected news comes in. I got something like maybe you're going to be featured. Could be somebody wants to write up an article about you, or you're getting some kind of press, some moment of public recognition. I believe that it's in connection to work that you do. And you're sort of arriving in this, I really feeling like Queen of Pentacles energy is what I'm getting here. And, you know, take it as you see fit, okay? I think also for, masculines, you know, this is really about, um, being able to see the truth, you know, being able to see the truth about, a special woman in your life, okay? Special woman in your life, special queen in your life, and the role they play in just helping to, um, give you direction, you know, give you direction through their presence. It's almost like I got this, piece of they're your North Star, you know. There's somebody special that you turn to for guidance, and direction. And it's very much this like, Empress energy is what I'm getting. And you're really going to be understanding this person's value, in your life. And I believe there's some kind of new beginning. There's some kind of unexpected development with this queen energy for Leo. So, really positive. We see these rays sort of radiating out in the background. That's like, the sun shining through. I also think that the money is going to be on point. You know, this moment of recognition, may also come with its financial reward. But, I think, you know, I just got as you wish. That's the message that came through, as you wish. And what I will say with that, with as you wish, is, do be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So do be mindful that there is this Uranus energy in play. So things can be tricky, expect the unexpected. But I do see where there was a desire for union with this, two energy here. You're going to see, that come to pass. I think that, the queen is going to, finally, you know, be acknowledged properly by the king. That's what I'm getting. That's the message I got for Leo. Okay. Virgo. Let's see what's coming in for Virgo with this Leo new moon. What is the unexpected that Virgo can expect in Leo season? When I'm calling out these signs, you know, it is sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, okay? Anywhere where there's a significant placement. So, do be sure to check out, you know, all your strong placements and see what they have to say to get a clear view. All right, just one card for Virgo to set the theme. Oh, two wanted to come out together. Cheating, Virgo. This is interesting. Okay, it came out in reverse. We got the cat lady and the breakup, okay? Both in reverse. And this is what's interesting here. I'm getting that the unexpected that's coming your way, Virgo, is maybe you thought that you were just kind of going to be like the cat lady, like, all right, I guess that I'm just going to be single, doing my own thing, hanging out with my pets, hanging out with my furry babies. I don't really feel like um, there was a lot of stress around this. If you look at this figure here, okay, they seem pretty chill, you know. You might have even been enjoying your alone time to a certain extent. Um, and we have this breakup card that comes right with it. Okay. So maybe you thought a relationship was over. Maybe you thought a relationship had just dealt with too many challenges. There was no bouncing back from this. You kind of accepted it, kind of accepted that, okay, if I got to let this go, I got to let this go. I feel like you've done a lot of work around this issue of just really valuing yourself, appreciating yourself. I got for some of you that this is not love oriented. It has to do with a friend, like a strange friendship. And you may have thought like, well, that's just it. I'm going to be single, or that's just it. Me and this person, we're not on the same page. There's no way to work this out. I see that the surprise is coming around this. The unexpected element is that this situation is actually going to turn around. Some of you who have been kind of like resigned to going on alone, you're actually going to have a new beginning in love. Okay. For some of you, that is a reconciliation energy where you've had fights, disagreements, falling out. You're going to get on the same page. I also see this applying to like a friend or a family member situation, but there is definitely this piece here that I believe that this is an interesting message that's coming in. I believe what it has to do with too is that um, when this shakeup came, you just kind of like you accepted it. Like it's almost like you've been through this shit so many times, Virgo, that you kind of just said, okay, if that's the way it has to be, that's the way it has to be. Like, I'm cool. I know who I am. Like, I'm good with me. I'm not going to sit there and fucking compromise who I am just to have a relationship in my life. If I need to stand on my own, I'll stand on my own. I'm okay with me. I feel like there's been a deep healing that's taken place in you, Virgo, and you were really standing on that principle. Like, I'm not just going to settle for fucking anything. All right, if you need to go, you need to go. Don't come and holler at me when you need help, with your I'm aboard, pull up the ladder fucking mentality. I'm going to be off here. I'm going to be off here in the distance, just sailing on calmer waters. You can hang out in this drama, this bullshit, this wreckage. I don't need that shit in my life. I'm okay. I can jump ship, man. I can jump ship willingly. I'm ready for something more. And I think it's because of this stance, like this calm, cool, collected, being cool with who you are, comfortable with who you are. This is actually what brings the new beginning. It's pretty cool message to come through. This is what actually brings you options. And I do pick up that like this person that you were with, that you had the falling out with, they saw that when things kind of turned south, all of a sudden you had all these options like appeared for you. And I think that might have unsettled them. Some of you, romantically, you're reconnecting with somebody that you have history with. You broke up. And when you had this fight and you broke up, they saw, oh shit, now they got all these options. What the hell is going on with that? Also, in terms of a friendship, this message coming in, I feel like there was a mean girl situation, where maybe a group of girls were kind of like, giving you some shit, starting some starting some shit, gossiping, talking behind your back, causing drama, causing problems. You were like, you know what? Believe what you want to believe. You kind of stood in your own power. You know, you didn't let this shit affect you. You felt like this stuff was kind of high school bullshit. You didn't have time for that. You disengaged. And then it's sort of like several of the girls who were like involved in this shit, like they switched sides. They came over to your side. You know, it's put you in kind of an interesting position. So I feel like this is the unexpected element coming in. Look for there to be a turnaround where there's been, you know, some kind of cutting of ties, some kind of cutting things off, whether that's in a romantic capacity or within a friendship, you know. I'm picking it up. It's either within a romantic capacity or within a friendship. And I think in some cases, it's a dualistic message, you know, it's both, but apply it as you see fit. But we see that the turnaround is all because you didn't let these people fucking work you. You didn't let these people manipulate you. You stayed in your own strength, your own sense of power, your own sense of self. Okay. So interesting message coming in for you, Virgo. Let me get a sip of my black coffee here. All right. Libra. Let's see. What is the unexpected that Libra should expect to be coming in with this Leo new moon? What is the unexpected that Libra should expect to be coming in with this Leo new moon? All right, one card, please. All right. Ooh, that flew out right fast. Okay, and it came out as a crossing influence. Okay, so this is the whole crux of the matter, Libra. You got an important message coming in that is going to change everything. I believe it opens up a lucky cycle. Okay, with that 16 energy there, that's 7. This is something that like spirit's been pulling strings on behind the scenes. It may have something to do with a home, with a living situation. Okay, we do see that house in the background. And I believe that this is going to be an opportunity that really comes out of left field. We know it's unexpected. Okay, so I think you're going to hear from somebody you didn't expect to hear from. And this is going to kick off something that sort of switches up the foundation of what you got going on right now. With this dog energy, we do have loyalty. Okay, there is loyalty here. That's very interesting. I also just got and a sense of duty. So somebody feels like this is my duty. Like I have to do this. I have to reach out to Libra. I got to present this opportunity to Libra. I got something I need to say to Libra, but I believe it's very unexpected. When it comes about, it sort of takes you back, but there's something that shifts the foundation of your life. This may involve home, okay? It may involve home. A few different messages I got there. So it could have something to do with a relocation. It could have something to do with somebody from your hometown. It could be reconnecting with somebody through a message that feels like home, like your spiritual home, you know, somebody you've always felt at home with, you know, like, yeah, that's my person. Okay. So this is what's coming in for you this cycle, Libra. Expect the unexpected in terms of a message. It's something that kicks off a brand new cycle. And I just got this here that yes, the grass is green on the other side. Go for it. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next Scorpio. These are just real quick little messages, okay? Wanted to just do something light and fun to match up that Leo energy. We're not going to get too serious with it. I'll be doing a lot more individual wild card readings here. on Broad Coven as we enter this cycle. So, we'll get more extended reads out there as, we head further into Leo season. This is just to give a little bite, a little taste, a little sampling of what's on offer. All right. Scorpio, what is coming in for Scorpio? What is the unexpected that Scorpio should expect with this Leo new moon kicking off Leo's season? Just one card, please, Spirit. All right. Ooh, okay. Scorpio, there's a fox in the hen house. Someone around you is camouflaging their true intentions with this fox energy here. They're up to something sneaky. All right. And this may have to do with a very cocky person. Could even be somebody that was born in the year of the rooster in Chinese astrology. I feel like somebody's going to make some kind of announcement. And when they make this announcement, it's really going to take you by surprise. It's something you never would have expected. It really kind of catches you off guard. All right. I'm picking up big social media energy with this. It brings this 14 energy into play, which 1 and 4 is 5. So it's unexpected, fast change. I think you got a little bit of a curveball coming your way. I got to be honest, Scorpio. Okay. So just be aware of this. There's been some kind of interference here. Interference in a home situation. That's what I'm really getting. Something is challenging the stability of a living situation. And I think that this is going to get exposed. This person who is interfering. I can't help it. I noticed this hoe in the you might be dealing with a hoe. Okay. Or if you've been playing the hoe role, like you might be exposed, or you might find out you've been dealing with the hoe. There's a hoe. There's a hoe in this situation. I gotta just call it how I see it, okay? But there's some kind of like sneakiness going on, and I believe that the unexpected that's coming front and center is this shit is about to be exposed. Pick what side you're on, all right, Scorpio? That's what I got going on there. And I am going to start a separate video for the remaining signs because I only get an hour when I do these pre-recorded, but I want to really get this done today. So I'm just going to put out a second video right after this one. So be on the lookout for that. And that will have Sagittarius through the rest of the signs. I should be able to get through all the rest of the signs on that second video. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? I'll get the timestamps put into the comments too. I'll pin the timestamps in the comments on this particular video, on both videos that come out. So you can easily jump ahead to any section you want to check out and just tune in for who you're cross watching on, or for the different placements in your chart. All right. Please do subscribe, give a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much to all of you who have been showing support for me here at Broad Coven, tuning in for these reads. It really does mean a lot to me. You're helping to get the content out there too, so more people can tune in and come across these reads. And that just ensures that I can keep having fun with this and dropping in with all of you. So again, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back with part 2 of this series.